Gotta love Pizza Guy, Japan Man, and Toilet Boy. The first $10 patron here is Hyperwolf. He's been a longtime viewer of me, and I think Tony too.
Yeah, he's always out in my streams. He's a good dude.
The second $10 patron, and his name is Corn Dog, or also known as Trevor. We actually also hit 14 patrons on Patreon, which we were just talking about. The first Hidden Gem video will go up here soon. Give a quick shout out to everyone. Gigi, Cherry Chase, Just Omega Man, Nick Jai, X Jag, Dada 2 Toxic, X3, Dylan Adams, Big V827, Christian Valencia, Justin Alexander, Tubby Emu, Tyro Logan, and Brooks Knows. Thank you, fellas.
Dada 2 Toxic. I like that name.
By the way, we're at 15 now. I don't know if you saw the new one we got last night.
We're at 15?
Yeah, we got one last night. Yep,
15 patrons now. Isn't that
the number
fantastic?
Increases?
A nice
Incredible.
round number. Brooks Knows.
Oh, yeah, that's what I just said. I guess I didn't even see the updated number. Okay.
Did you say Brooks Knows? Okay.
Yeah, but I guess I didn't see. I saw 14. I guess 15 is the true number. You can head over to patreon.com/deadlockpw. There's cool stuff. I think you will like it. We had a couple of $10 patrons. We actually had a couple of other patrons too. I just wanted to say we just didn't have time to do the Gimmicks this week just because I forgot that I was working on today, Saturday, until like 8 hours before when I can't remember who said, I think Tony said, you working tomorrow? Fuck, yes,
No,
I
think
am
I said, are we doing the podcast in the morning? And you're like, oh crap, I have work.
Yeah,
I
got
you wrote
work.
like all caps.
Yeah, so that's how it is. Sometimes, life gets in the way and all that. So Mike C,
All that
Nick,
wrestling.
Dylan McNeil, Levi Hollowich, and Teeny Weeny Boy. Oh man, your gimmick's gonna be dick related. I can already tell. We will get that on the next Deadlock podcast, which should be next week.
Gimmick battle royal next week for you.
Yeah, we'll have something special. We had a couple other patrons. We had $5 patron with Jose Garcia and some $1. We had Zach Draw. We had Dustin Johnson, and we had Yurei Otaku. I'm gonna assume I said that right. Probably not. But I appreciate you guys going the extra mile there and hitting that up. Patreon.com/deadlockpw. I'm gonna give a shout out to all the patrons because Patreon just went through for this month. So I'm going to give a shout out to everybody really quick. It's a pretty big list, so I'm just going to go down here. Brooks Knows, Cherry Chase, Corn Dog, Dada 2 Toxic, Dylan McNeil, Just Omega Man, Levi Hollowich, Mike C, Nick Jai, Teeny Weeny Boy, That King for a Day, Xenon AMVs, X Jag. For the $5 patrons, it was Dylan Adams, Jose Garcia, and Julian Bolin. And for the $1 patrons, it was Big V827, Christian Valencia, Dustin Johnson, Jalen Carter, Justin Alexander Schmidt, Nicholas Wheeler, Schmitty Harry, Schmitty, Yurei Otaku, Zach Draw, and Zach Rowe. Thank you guys so much for the continued support of this podcast. You guys help make it possible each and every week. Speaking of gimmicks, we have a bunch of them actually. Because we had a ton of people become $10 patrons. We actually have a ton of new patrons altogether since the last time we did an episode.
Round of applause for everyone.
Thank you. I'm going to give him a shout out really quick. Akai James, Austin, Chicken Nuggets. Chicken Nuggets. Joshin Balling. You got a fucking weird name, man. I'm trying. It's hard. You just changed your name to Josh Housen. Matt Cook, Marcus Brown, Mont Sexton, Yodi, Slick Johnny, Blake Xavier, and Good Crescent. Thank you, fellas. Blake and Good Crescent.
Do they even need gimmicks with those names?
Yeah, Blake Xavier and Good Crescent are just NXT names already, so like they're ready to go.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a Sexton in there? I feel like that's
yeah, there was Mont Sexton. That's my boy. That's a hell of a gimmick too. I already got like 3 ideas for that one. And
it was like an FCW years ago, I think, right?
Yeah, that works out great. Yeah, he's just like hanging out at his house. He's like, yeah, this podcast kind of kicks ass. Blake Xavier and Good Crescent were $10 patrons. We had some new patrons too. We had a $1. We had a couple $1 patrons. Buttercup 3, James Hodge, and Nermian. Welcome, fellas. Appreciate it. We had a couple $10. Of course, we had Blake last week and Good Crescent last week also. But Michael Robinson also joins both of them. Yeah, patreon.com/deadlockpw. You can head over there. Really quick, I'd like to give a shout out to everybody who stayed patrons or became a patron this month. I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, let's go.
You help make this happen. So thank you. In the $10 tier, we had Blake Xavier, Brooks Knows, Cherry Chase, Corn Dog, Dada 2 Toxic, Dylan McNeil, Good Crescent, Just Omega Man, Levi Hollowich, Mike C, Nick Jai, Teeny Weeny Boy, That King for a Day, and X Jag. I appreciate you guys. We had a couple in the $5 Becoming Deadlock tier, which was Dylan Adams, Jose Garcia, Julian Bolin, and Slick Johnny. And of course, at the $1 tier, the Support Deadlock tier, we had Akai James, Austin, Big V827, Buttercup 3, Chicken Nugget, CM Razor 3, Christian Valencia, Dustin Johnson, Jalen Carter, James Hodges, Joshin Bowling, Marcus Brown, Matt Cook, Mont Sexton. That is such a great name. Nermian, Nicholas Wheeler, Schmitty Harry, Schmitty, Tiger Man 66, Yodi, Yurei Otaku, Zach Draw, and Zekro. Thank you guys so much, man. Like I said, you guys really do help this happen, and I hope that you get something or feel good about doing it. We had a couple of gimmicks that I get to read to Tony that I made up here. They're great.
Ooh, let's go.
Yeah, so I got a couple gimmicks here for people that became $10 patrons. If you become a $10 patron, that's one of the gimmicks you get. You get your own gimmick on the air.
It's a gimmick
me up, brother. Give me, brother. We had Blake Xavier, Good Crescent, and Michael Robinson. But before we get into that, of course, we're going to talk about a few things really quick. Just want to give a big thank you to the people over on patreon.com/DeadlockPW. New patrons and stuff like that. We had a couple $1 ones, Grap Stars, Michael Canty, and Nermian. Thank you, fellas. And we had a couple new $10 ones, Nicholas Dorito, we had Nikolai Nielsen, and Michael Robinson. We have some gimmicks to give out too. Brooks Nose was a guy that we ended up missing a few weeks ago just due to some sheer negligence. I guess we just missed him at one point. So we're going to throw him into the mix too, but we're going to do
mechanical
that on
issues, right?
Yeah, that's definitely what it was. We're going to throw him in with everybody else on the next episode. Hopefully Marcus will be back then too, and we can catch up on all the gimmicks and everything like that. So I got you guys written down, and we're good to go. You want to tell them about Marcus?
I mean, he's signed with the Redskins, man. He's a big deal now. It's hard to get in contact with him. No, for real. He had to move, and then he moved from his family, and then like he's got a house, and he couldn't even sell that house. Like it's a whole big deal, right? So he's away from his family, went back to his family now, spending the weekend with his family. So his podcast equipment's
here, brother.
MIA. He's got a big deal, So he's got to get that squared away. He's going to get his living situation figured out, get all that under wraps, because they're kind of like, hey, man, we need you to come to work, and we need you now. So it's kind of just like, all right, you take care of that, Marcus. You do that stuff.
He's in the middle of 6 projects, and he'll make his way back eventually. So we'll hopefully next week, we'll see. If not, the week after that, he'll get around. I was thinking about this as I was talking today on Discord. Okay. So we actually have a good amount of patrons so far. What do you think about making a Discord that's for like patrons?
I think that would be a good idea.
Yeah. So like
as long as you're in the $1 tier, you get in or something.
Yeah. So like any patron period can get in is basically the idea. And then we can do like wrestling talk and stuff in there, and I think that'd be a good place to take questions and stuff for like, because I'm pretty sure the $5 tier is like submit questions, so we can make like a Discord room for submitting questions and stuff every week.
Yeah, that would be cool. That would be awesome. Get that community aspect, because I feel like we have a pretty loyal community, just knowing off the Apple reviews and stuff. Like people want to chat with us, and I saw that there was some people on Patreon who were chatting a little bit. But I think having a Discord would get that like community together,
right?
Which would be cool to put like some of those names to like talk with them and just chit chat and have a good time.
I use Discord all the time.
Yeah, me too. That's what we're doing right now. We're on Discord right now.
Literally every day.
Discord, so I think we should get a full on one going.
Yeah, me too.
Sure.
All right, so we'll work on that. We'll get that, and I don't know when we're gonna launch it, but we'll put that in the works too. We have like a queue of things that we need to do, so we'll go down that list.
It'll be by end of year, right? That'll be one of our end of year.
Yeah. Well, we'll put that as a end of year 2019 thing then.
There you go.
Speaking of Patreon, we had a couple of people that became a Patreon at patreon.com/DeadlockPW. In the $1 tier, we had. All right, do you want to try to say his name, or you want me to try to say it?
No, you.
All right, I'll go and then you go. Okay, I'll go and then you go. Okay, Adam Adriansons.
That's close enough. We'll go with that.
No, I want you to try now.
I don't have the.
Then okay, pull it up. Then I'll sit here and wait. If
right,
I'm going to say it, you're going to say it. I'll stay here all day.
Go to the other ones while we're at it. While I'm pulling.
Okay, all right. So we had Adam, Christopher R, Jordy Beckford, and then in the $5 tier we had Skiz, who actually most of these people I've seen their names before, so appreciate it, guys. And of course, we also have 3 Patreon gimmicks that we have to get through this week. We have one for Nicholas Dorito, we have one for Nikolai Nielsen, and we have one for Brooks Nose that I wrote out. So, Tony, you can give me gimmicks on that. But before we do that, I want to hear you say my man Adam's name. So go to town.
Adam Adrian Essence. That's how
Adam, Adam, Adrian.
I'm saying Adam Adrian Essence.
Adrian
I'm gonna go with that.
So you know what, man, you got a hell of a last name, brother. You'd make it
Adam A. Okay, that's the greatest name of all time.
It's like when they changed Donovan Dijak's name, Donovan Dijakovic Dimid.
Yeah, just making it more hard.
Yeah. We also had some Patreon stuff that I want to give a shout out to. We have a couple of Patreon gimmicks, but we're going to hold off on that until next week just because this is a really big show with, Survivor Series, TakeOver War Games, AEW, lots to talk about. So we're going to hold off on the gimmicks till next week. But I want to give a thank you to the people who became patrons nonetheless. So we had a couple of $1, Captain and Andrew Newby. Thank you guys. $5, we had Aiden and Cameron Perkins. And $10, we had Dweeb, Chris Miller, and Zach Roper. I pretty much know all these guys. They're all really, really cool.
I feel like
all the way down
one
the
of
list.
those people upgraded to a $10 from a regular. I think they were like 1 or something. They upgraded
Probably.
to a $10.
I mean,
It was cool. It's
The,
cool to
the
see that.
content never stops coming. Like, if you want to hear about The Fiend, this is the number one location to hear about The Fiend because we got a lot
We're
to
gonna
say
keep
about
pumping
The
out this content till the day we die because we bleed this brand. We'll empty the tank for the Deadlock content.
There's nothing that makes me happier than talking about The Fiend eating pussy. So moving on to Patreon here, we had, of course, the month flip over. Last time Patreon took forever to update, so we have all the names and everything this time. So I just want to give a very big shout out to everyone who's a patron, who even, when it flipped over for December and all that. So we got a lot of names here. If you guys want to head over to Patreon and help support the podcast, you can do just that. Patreon.com/DeadlockPW, of course. We're going to shout out the $1, the $5, and the $10. And of course, we got some gimmicks to give out. I'm excited because I think some of them are pretty damn good.
Let's go.
So the $1 here, we had Primetime, Tay, Comic Boy 2018, Andrew Newby, Captain, Jordy Beckford, Christopher R., Adam Adrian Essence, Adrianiasians, Grap Stars.
That was about as close as you could get. I think.
Yeah, it truly is. Michael Canty, Chris Ferry, or Ferrari. Ferry. Some of you guys are killing me with these names, bro.
Yeah.
All right, just put your
That's
gamer
like his
tag,
real
bro.
name, like his actual last name.
Yeah.
Kill me with this gimmick name.
Yeah, just put XX like titty farts XX or something. Put
It's
somebody
my
I can
real
read.
name, man. Chill.
Tiger Man 66, James Hodges, Buttercup 3, Nermian, Austin, Marcus Brown, Chicken Nugget, Yodi, Jashawn Bowling, Mont Sexton, Akai James, Zekro, Jalen Carter, Schmitty Harry, Nicholas Wheeler, Zach Drawl, Ure Otaku, Dustin Johnson, Christian Valencia, and Big V827. Thank you guys for being $1 patrons. We have a couple $5 also. Cameron Perkins, Slick Johnny, Jose Garcia, and Dylan Adams. And then we got some $10 ones too. We got Hunter Black, Dweeb, Chris Miller, Zach Roper, Skiz, Nicholas DeRito, Nikolai Nielsen, Blake Xavier, Dylan McNeil, Mike C, Teeny Weenie Boy, Levi Hollowich, Brooks Nose, Just Omega Man, Cherry Chase, Dada Too Toxic, Corndog, and Nick Jai. Brooks Nose, if you're listening to this right now, please tell me if you ever got that shirt. Because I was just thinking about that right now. He was the guy that the shirt got sent back because UPS couldn't figure out where to put the damn. Are you kidding me?
Oh yeah, that's
put it
right,
on the
that's right,
ground.
yeah.
I don't know. Like put it anywhere. Like just put it at his house. Just if you didn't get it, please get up with me and we'll figure that out. I don't know what the deal was. That was like some super weird USPS.
They had to like
crap.
send it back and then resend it out. It was like a weird.
Yeah, it was mad stupid. I was like,
Just
okay.
leave it on the doorstep.
Yeah, it's like the package is literally like the size of a hardcover book, and it's you can fold it. Just put it somewhere. It's a T-shirt for God's sake.
Put it in the mailbox.
Yeah, literally, it can fit in the mailbox. I promise you. Of course, we had $10 tiers. That means you get a gimmick on the podcast, and we had a couple of guys. We actually had 5 people that are going to be giving gimmicks in this episode. So we're going to go through all of them. I got a couple here for Dweeb, Chris Miller, Skiz, Zach Roper, and Hunter Black.
So what I had to do was I had to find myself a co-host to fit in that would be worthy of the Deadlock stamp of approval for you guys, everybody that supports the podcast. But before I do bring him on, I do just want to get this out of the way so don't have to bore him, even though he's listening. I want to get all the Patreon backers out of the way. We will have the gimmicks coming up on the next episode, because this is going to be a long one, because we just have TLC, we have AEW, we're going to talk about Table for Three, we have some CZW stuff. It's going to be a long one, but we have Hunter Black, Andrew Nene, High Power 14, Jason Tata. Those are the $10 ones, and then we have a couple $1 ones, Primetime and Downey Jr. So all the $10 ones, we will get your Patreon reward on the next episode. So without further ado, I feel like we should bring him on. He is the man who loves butts, apparently. His name.
That's my intro.
But before we get into it, I want to shout out the Patreon backers, those lovely folks who do help support the podcast, because we're still working to the goals to get monetization on YouTube and make some real coin. But, you know, that's just what we do here. So we got to
watch those videos. Watch those videos, everybody.
We did have some clips going up from the podcast, however you want to consume it. I did think, though, before I get into the Patreon stuff, a lot of people really just love you and want to hear you say water more. So
yeah, I feel like that was I see, like, it's not like a work. Like, that's me just saying. That's how I said it. Like, we were talking about R-Truth and his water bottle, and that's just
water.
I
the
didn't.
Thing is, I
It
forgot
wasn't
about.
until it wasn't even until you told me that somebody mentioned it that I even realized I said it.
I forgot about the meme. You know, I forgot about it, and then it didn't even hit me until after the fact. I'm like, oh yeah, that is a meme. I forgot about that. So
yeah,
good
Everyone
stuff.
loves making fun of me. It's just how it is.
It's good. So we want to continue to make fun of Johnny, so please do bring that in. Send us your tweets and make fun of Johnny's butt. We'll thank the Patreon backers, though. The $1 ones that came in, we had Cole Rideout, Zach Jensen, Carter Hammond, Jake Cecil. And then we had some $10 patrons. We had Jason Tata, High Power 14, Hunter Black, and Andrew Nay.
Patreon, of course, Deadlock PW, I was going to say, we own Patreon now. DeadlockPW.com/Patreon. Patreon.com/DeadlockPW. We had a couple of people. We had a $1 from Downey Jr. and a $10 from Nene Sama. But I think I'm going to let Tony and I believe he'll already have his by the time we get there, won't we?
Yeah, we'll have it. But can we thank everybody for the entire year? Because I think this is going to go up at the last. This will be the last episode of the year, I believe. Right?
Will it? I'm not sure. That's up to you. I'm going to let you figure that out.
I think it's going to go up on the 29th, 30th. So this will be the last one of the year. So can we thank all the Patreons for the entire year that they supported us?
Yes. Thank you guys so much.
I mean, it's been a bubbly here.
Oh my, he does. Oh my God. You got to pop it open, brother.
I'm going to shampoo. Well, it's not a cork. It's
a screw, what the hell, Tony? You had one job. I said, go to the store, get the bubbly. You came back with the damn. Come on now.
I should have had one of those party things too, and I forgot. It's like, this is the end of the year. We have to make it big.
Hey, don't worry. We have the technology. All right, just edit it in right here. Put Cody Pyro.
Cody Pyro.
We have the technology.
All right, so we got a lot to go down. I want to thank everybody that did participate in that year-end stuff. We have some Patreon backers that I want to thank everybody. Johnny also has the first Patreon of 2020. We have Nene Sam, who deserves
Andrew San, Tony. You want to know about him?
Well, hold on. Let me actually run down all the Patreons, because I'm just gonna run.
Okay, I'm fired up.
We have a lot of gimmicks. When we get to the next episode, we'll do all the gimmicks. But I just want to name everybody that actually did back and they're currently on pledging for our Patreon.
Stand back.
So we have the $10 ones. We have Mike C, Brooks Knows, Just Omega Man, Jay Tata, Dweeb, Nikolai Nelson, Michael Robinson, Nene Sama, Jeremiah Price, Dylan McNeil, Hunter Black, X-Jag, Corn Dog, Levi Hollowich. Got to go through here. There's a lot of people. Nicholas Dorito, Cherry Chase.
It's a whole gang.
Chris Miller, Teeny Weenie Boy, Hill Power 14. As you know, you made his gimmick. Skiz, Zach Roper. Those are all the $10. And then we have the $5 ones. Yes.
Did Pulse make a gimmick for Teeny Weenie Boy?
I'm sure that it was.
Oh man, I'd love to know what Teeny Weenie Boy is all about.
I believe so. I'll have to look that one up. We'll go to the archives. Did you know if you want to get the archives, you could be a Patreon backer. You could do full uncensored video versions.
Uncensored.
Then we have the $5 ones. We have Jose Garcia, Dylan Adams, Cameron Perkins, Piggy Wiggy, Prime Time. Oh, that's all. No, wait. I'm getting down to the $1 ones. Those were the $5 ones. Cameron Perkins was the last $5. And then we have the $1. Piggy Wiggy, Prime Time, Ambrose 555, Zach Drawl, Marcus Brown, Smitty Henry, Adam Andrianessens. We always have a hard time saying that name. Downey Jr., Tyler, just Tyler, the only Tyler, Tiger Band, Alex Stiles, Eric Mullen, I believe, Kid Kingpin. I love that name. That sounds like a early independent wrestling game. Kid Kingpin.
Gang stuff, yeah.
Kid King. It's like a, wasn't it?
There's
like
a season to be tag team named the Kingpins.
we have Nerman, Brandon, Ricky, Captain, Michael Canty, Jordy Beckford, Yodi, Data Too Toxic, Zekro, I believe is how you pronounce that. Chicken Nugget, Jake Cecil, excuse me. Akai James, Brandon Rayner. See, I'm so good at talking. I'm glad I'm doing a podcast. I can't pronounce half of these names and I'm botching.
Dude,
it.
you know, trust me, I understand.
Buttercup 3, Grap Stars. I like that name. Dustin Johnson, Austin Nick J, Christopher R, Jalen Carter, Mont Sexton, which got a sweet gimmick.
Ooh.
Cole Rideout, Big V 827, Nicholas Wheeler, Zach Jensen, James Hodges. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of people here.
I was gonna say, holy shit.
Carter Hammond, Yuri Otaku, Tay, Jason Bowling, I believe, and Christian Valencia. Those are everybody. And did you
That's
know
a whole lot of people,
that's a
Tony.
whole lot of gaggle that support this. We got a lot of big things going down here. I wanted to get the Patreon stuff. James actually decided to do the Patreon gimmicks. He just didn't have time to watch wrestling, so he'll be delivering the
Yeah,
Patreon
so
gimmicks.
you'll get those on the big episode next week.
So we have a couple, three $10 Patreons that came in. We had
Ooh.
Rez.
That's one of my dudes.
Rez is the man. Then we had Jack Kane as well, and Tyler.
That's one of my dudes too.
Tyler King, is that one of your dudes as well?
It might be.
And Tyler King is number 69, he says. So we have
Oh,
69.
nice.
And then we have some $1 Patreons. We have Jonathan Hernandez, Ryan Nunez, and I don't know if we mentioned him last week, but Brandon Ricky, you'll get another shout out just because if
Big Brandon.
we already messaged you. But thank you guys for supporting on Patreon. I
Yeah,
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Well, let's give the patrons a little shout out real quick. We will do the gimmicks when we have time, but right now, like I said, we have a bunch of stuff to go over.
We're just gonna call it developmental, okay? They're down in the PC waiting for their time.
You'll get
When
your
their time
gimmick,
comes-
dude. Jeez, just do the fucking NXT house shows and shut up. You're in the WWE. Just get over it. So we
You'll
had
never be over.
we have $10, $5, and $1 patrons here. We have 4 $10 patrons: Rez, Jack Kane, Zachariah, and Darko. We had 3 $5 patrons: Benito 608, Jimraw, and Mick Scrubadub. And we had a number that I can't count because there's just way too many. The number, or the $1 patrons, we had Ryan Nunez, Jonathan Hernandez, Zach Saber Sr. This is dad, by the way. Jay Mooney, Matt Cook, Robert Huntar, Thomas Setterblad, The Lad, Robert Hunter, Unflavored Chips, Jay Klinkhammer. If that is your real last name, holy shit.
Klinkhammer, that's what Triple H does if you don't, Klinkhammer, right?
Pairing Hastings. Don't let me screw your name up. Nomad Tokyo, Moosey Fate, Matt Glover, and Cameron. Cameron's going to be at Effie's Big Gay Brunch at WrestleMania, so that'll be fun.
Woo!
It's big and gay, so that's neat. So we also have the Deadlock Patreon, which is the new month. So everyone that decided to stay a patron, just going to give you a quick thank you from the $1, $5, and $10 tier. So there's a lot of names here, so get ready for a name dump of a lot of people. $1, we had Adam Adriansons. That last name gets me every time. Akai
Hold on.
James. What?
1 second. Hold on.
Was he the one? There was
There's
somebody on Twitter. That said
that's what I was trying to find out.
We
Yeah.
mess his name up every time.
Yeah, I don't
know who it was,
I don't think it
though.
was him, though.
There's this guy on Twitter. Let me see if I can find it real
Craig
quick.
something?
Great.
Oh, what was it? I got to get this out of the way before you go through the name dump. Actually, you can do the name dump right now and I'll find it.
Is he in the $10 tier?
His Twitter name is Craig Christ 7. I don't know what his
Let me see if there's a Craig anywhere on this list. A chicken nugget.
Shinsuke name. Chicken.
Is
Oh
that
yeah.
close?
It's got to be it.
Where's the do you see the did he at you or where did he?
Oh, he probably
No,
just said fuck
You
this Patreon
responded to
shit.
it on the Deadlock Twitter, but I don't. His actual name isn't on his Twitter.
I was trying to
Yeah, I
figure
guess
out.
if you want to check out patreon.com/deadlockpw, we can fuck your name up live on here. Go check it out.
You just keep going. He'll find it.
Okay, I
Yeah.
found it. He said, so I've been listening to Deadlock Pod for a while, and for the last few weeks, it's been like, damn, one of the Patreon backers has a name so close to mine, only just to now remember that it's me, and you've been pronouncing the name wrong. I blame
But he
John
didn't tell
Blood
us
for
which
this.
name it was.
He didn't tell us the name though, so I don't know.
Ooh, all
Who
right.
are you?
Yeah.
Just try not to fuck up any names today. How about that?
It's probably the
Okay.
Adrian Essence.
Yeah, Adrian, Adam,
Adrian Neville.
Adrian Neville likes this podcast.
There's a lot. There's
That
a lot going on
bastard.
there. So
All right, go
we
on.
also have Akai James, Alex Styles, Ambrose 555, Austin Knight, Big V 827, Blake Xavier, Brandon Morse, Brandon Rayner, Brandon Riggy, Brandon Rowe.
Brandon
Is that
from Maine,
for
man.
real?
That's a shoot.
Dude. Brandon from Maine.
Brandon
what
from
up?
Maine. Oh, how you doing? Buttercup 3, Captain, Carter Hammond, Chicken Nugget, Christian Valencia, Christopher R, Dada 2 Toxic, Downey Jr., Dustin Johnson, Dylan Barnes, Gabriel G-Force Barba. Did you guys give him that gimmick? Or did he said, this is my gimmick?
I don't remember.
Grab Stars, Jake Cecile, Jalen Carter, Jashawn Balling, Jay Klinkhammer, Jay Mooney, Jonathan Hernandez, Jordy Beckford, Marcus Brown, Matt Cook, Matt Glover, Michael Canty, Michael Cole, CBT, Mont,
CTET.
Mont Sexton, Moosey Fate, Nermian, Nicholas Wheeler, Nick Jai, Nomad Tokyo, Pern Hastings, Piggy Wiggy, Prime Time, Ryan Nunez, Schmitty Harry, Tay, Thomas Setterblad, Tiger Band 66, Tyler, Unflavored Chips, Vega Moore, Yodi, Ureo Taku, Zach Jensen, Zach Draw, Zach Saber Sr., Zekro. That's all the $1.
Every time you say Klinkhammer, it makes me laugh.
Yeah, I try to put a little sauce on
I
it.
always think about Triple H hitting the hammer, Klinkhammer.
So the $5, we had a couple. We had Benito 608,
Benito.
Dylan Adams, Jimmy Forsman.
That's that man.
Jimmy. God damn, your name like forces me to say like the syllables differently. I know it's probably like Forsman, but like I just want to say Jimmy Forsman. McScrubbin' He put his name and then he put how to pronounce his name.
Did he?
McScrubbin' and then he put his name. He said it's Owen. Thank you. Yeah, $10 tier. We had everyone should do that for now on, by the way. Brooks Nose, Cameron Perkins, Cherry Chase, Corn Dog, Darko Dweeb, Highbauer 14, J Tada, Chris Miller, Levi Hollowich, Mike C, Nene Sama, Nicholas D. Rito, Nikolai Nielsen, Rezi Rez, Skiz, Solrake, or Solrake, if you're, I don't know how you say that. God damn it, I don't know how to say any of these.
Is that you, Craig, out there?
Craig, Tyler King, X-Jag, and Zachariah Riera. Thank you guys. So
That's that team.
Round of
About them
applause for you
gimmicks.
guys.
Money
Thank
team,
you.
money team, money team.
yeah, thank you guys. If you guys want to become a patron, help us out, support the show, patreon.com/DeadlockPW. Yeah, if you want to head over to patreon.com/DeadlockPW, help support the cast, help us keep going and stuff like that, check it out. You know, $1, $5, $10, whatever you want to do. Anything really helps. We had actually somebody join in every tier since the last time we went live.
Ooh.
So I'll name everybody.
And we got their gimmick done too. Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we got all everything. Even if I think there was someone that did it yesterday, and we have you too. So that's good.
And we have the $5 questions as well.
Oh, the Q&A.
Q&A segment is making its debut this week. We'll get to that here in a minute. $1 we had Jay, Stella Ray, Marcus D. Wilkins, the Doof Warrior, Corey, Michael, Eric Mullane, Dylan Vickers, Valf, Sam Benz, the
Any
Blueprint,
Vickers?
Dylan Vickers, Cole,
Oh, yeah.
Cole Rideout, Jillian Porter. Is that supposed to be Jillian? It is Jillian. I thought it was Julian.
Yeah.
Jillian Porter. Okay.
I know who that is.
All right.
That's my mom.
Thanks, Jillian Blood.
Your buddy CJ, Fritz, Sebastian Person, Scintillate,
Sin-
Image, and that's all the $1 ones. $5 we had Richard Moses, Nonstop Player, Koki the Clown, Ashley Griffiths, and Jordan Iagon.
What the clown?
My man Koki, bro. He's chilling.
Dude, Koki the clown sounds like someone I want to hang out with.
Yeah, he rules ass. $10 we had Suhail, or I'm going to butcher your name here. Suhail Balak.
Oh, Tony was supposed to
Zai.
do that. Say his name.
Yo, he's going to have to, so I'm just going to call you Suhail because I can get that one right.
Whale bear, because yeah. something like
The Volcano,
Ooh.
Easton Seca, Kanan Lamp, Jack Kane, Nicholas Wheeler, and Empty the Tank. I said it like it was capitalized weird, so I don't really know.
Oh, yeah. He was using the heat font.
All right, thank you guys so much, man. It really keeps the cast going, so we appreciate you guys showing your support over there on Patreon. Thank you so much.
Yeah, now we can do stupid giveaways shit.
Yeah, exactly. We have really well, they're definitely not stupid at all. They're actually really, really good and dope and cool and neat. So we had some Patreon stuff too. We had some $1, $3, $5, and $10.
$5.68
and a $5.68 or 69, something like that.
Coming in hot. That's my new favorite thing is when people just put a random amount in there.
I'm looking forward to the ones next week now.
Oh yeah, because we got some Patreon stuff too that we have to announce.
Big announcements.
Real quick, I'll announce everybody who became patrons in the last episode. In the $1 tier, we had Jordan Dundor, Jonathan Leesor, Comrade Austin, Comic Boy 2018, Jeff Millett, Zoe Violet, Stephen Lowridge. Sorry, can't read or do math. CM Crowley, Retro Swine, Fabian, Ben Lousy, King D Nation, The Prescribed Matt, Freddie Garcia, Christopher Kendall, and Juwan Key. $3, which is a very first. Hybrid Dreamin'. $5, Jordan Egan, Adam Adrian Esses, Adrian
Evanescence?
Bitch! God damn it!
We always
Bring me
scrub
to
his name.
life!
Change your name! Put a gimmick name. Richard Felt, Eric Mullen, Big V827, Brandon Hegger. And in the $10 we had 2,000 Gregs, Thomas, the Crown Prince, Hyperwolf, Wyatt Payton, Thomas Aguilar, Joseph Baldass Ano, Liam Gilgan, Thomas White, JRH, the one and only JT Larsh, Inner Circle Bud Ryan, Cliff Haynes, Joe Compton, and Dario Brizulia.
Where's the forehead?
Yeah, what are you doing, Defoe?
Fuck, forehead.
We put you over
I
like
wanted to make a
crazy.
mention from the last week. We said Canan or something. It was Kanan. Kanan is how you pronounce that name because we did the gimmicks and
Oh, yeah. Lamp.
No, I disagree.
Yeah.
I think it's what we said.
Yeah, we are never wrong.
So I wanted to correct it. There's somebody else out there. Remember, like they always get my name wrong, but they never said what their name was, so I don't know who it was.
Probably all of them, honestly.
Deadlock has the strongest mind I know.
Great podcast. Glad I
Good
listened.
podcast.
Been listening for years.
First time, long time.